Hello, everybody. As you can see, I am in a different location. We are not in my car anymore. So, yeah, we are in nature. It is the 4th of July, and I thought I would get a little bit of nature time in. I got off early. So, yeah, this is where we are right now. It's my new office. It's my new workspace. It's a serene and soulful place that I get to hang out in and talk. Anyways, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Lo-Fi with Lotus, and you are watching Embracing, Not Erasing. And for those that are new, my name is Lotus, and Embracing, Not Erasing is a space where I get to talk about the things that I have started to embrace and not erase in my adulthood. I feel like in my childhood, in my teenage years, wasn't allowed to really express myself vocally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So, this is a space where I get to do that, and we are embracing that, and we're not erasing. And at first, it started off with me talking about how I blocked my mom and how I'm embracing, letting that relationship go, letting certain relationships go. So, it has honestly been my saving grace for traveling and being on my own and learning who I am and what I want to create, how I want to create. So, thank you for watching. This episode is me introducing myself. So, we're embracing me today. And I wrote some questions down, and I had people on my Instagram ask me a few questions too. So let's dive right into it. My name is Lotus. I'm 26. I love music, very passionate about nature, very passionate about creation. I'm a very, very sensitive soul. So moments like this really help to ground me. I feel like I'm finally finding myself in this world, and I'm building a life for myself, a life that I don't have to run away from, a life that feels good and authentic and juicy and flowy and lovely and just soft and right, It's taken a while to get to where I am, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very grateful to be in this space working on different projects and seeing myself as I saw myself when I was a child. It's a bit overwhelming, but also it feels right, like it feels calm. Okay, so I just wrote down like a little, like basic questions. So, number one is, am I an introvert or an extrovert? I would definitely say introvert, especially in this time of my life and in the year that I am in. I'm definitely an introvert. I used to think that I was an extrovert just because I used to live with so many people at a time, and I thought that I had to perform being an extrovert for them because being alone was not allowed. And it was up until like a few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, I was called to go into solitude, and I was in solitude for about 5 months. And I learned a lot since then. Um, I was able to really, really hear myself clearly in solitude, and um, then I moved, lived at a hostel for a little bit, for actually a year and a half almost. And then now I am in a different state. And I am completely on my own. I don't have anybody out here. I'm making community, making friends, my job, my series, and that is what is at the forefront of my life at this moment. And I love it. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world. So I went on a little tangent, but definitely an introvert. Number two is, what advice would you give your 16-year-old self? I feel like my advice for my 16-year-old self would be to choose yourself always. Always, always, always choose yourself, no matter what, because it is going to help you when you get older. It's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you discover a sense of self. It is going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly when you choose yourself. Another piece of advice I would give my 16-year-old self is to slow down. Slow down, you crazy child. That song's been stuck in my head the last few days. So, um, slow down, take your time. You don't need to rush. One step at a time. Everything is gonna be okay. Life is still gonna be here. Take the time to really get to know yourself. What's interesting is that that is the advice that I give myself now, is choose yourself. Be okay with disappointing people. Be okay with setting boundaries. Be okay with doing your own thing. Like, that is what I'm learning now, is all of those things are okay. And in a society, we are taught to neglect ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, neutrally. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it a word. That's the advice that I would give anybody, any stage of my life, anybody in any stage of their life, is choose yourself, slow down, and keep going. You got it. My dream job, my dream job would have to be music, making music, producing. I remember when I was younger, one of my dream jobs was to be a roadie, like a music manager, like a band manager um for the bands that I really liked. And I think that's still my dream job, except I want to be that person. I want to be the one that does music and plays all around the world. I want to travel. I want to make jewelry. And that's everything that I'm doing now. Yeah, travel and music are my dream jobs. Oh, and then also my dream job would be to be an esthetician or a dermatologist in um, Los Angeles or any of the big cities, just to become like the best esthetician in those big cities, using all natural products and oils and serums that I made myself, that I came up with myself. So, those are my dream jobs. Number four is, what is my favorite color? Mm, Mm, green. I love green. She's just so calm. Like recently I have like fallen in love with it with green. I don't know why. I don't know like how that came about, but I just have fallen so deeply in love with green. I don't know. It's such a calm, serene color. It just, and it complements my skin really well. So that's another thing. Number five, what drains my energy? Lack of sleep definitely drains my energy. Gossip drains my energy. What drains my energy is crowded places. And that seems like very basic, but I, as me being an introvert and just being alone for a long time, crowded places, people rushing to get this place or that place or this place or that place or wherever, I just am like, I have to like sit back and be like, okay, that's what we're doing. That drains my energy. Negative thoughts, whether that comes from me, whether it comes from like around, just negative self talk drains my energy a lot. For sure, for sure. Question 6. What is my birthday and my zodiac sign? My zodiac is a Libra, and that is all the information that I am going to give on that, even though I wrote this question. But I'm a Libra. Number 7, age 26. Number 8, lucky number. My lucky number is 5. Story time. So 5 is the number that showed up for me when I first started to become aware. I get like more aware. Like I think that's when like my pattern recognition started to like come online a little bit. And so fives were the number that like I kept seeing over and over again. And every time I see 5, I'm like, oh my gosh, I like go back to the time that I like first was like, whoa, like patterns. I could see patterns. That's so freaking cool. So 5 is my lucky number. Um, other than that, I don't think I really have another lucky number. I think 5 is the only one. Um, but yeah. Number 9, favorite food. I love Indian food. Like a little curry, a masala, the rice, the naan bread, the spices, the taste. Are you serious? Mm. I love food in general, but Indian food? Oh my goodness. So good. Like I can taste it now. I can taste the lamb masala right now. Mm, the rice. The rice is what is absolutely amazing. So freaking good. Indian food, top 5 for freaking sure. What is my biggest fear? I'm gonna take a drink of water before I answer this question. Okay, so my biggest fear would have to be not accomplishing what I want to accomplish in this life. I don't know why, but as I was writing these questions down, that question came up and the answer was that, and I was like, and usually like I don't fear a whole lot, but when I was writing that question down, that answer came up is my biggest fear is not being able to accomplish what I want to accomplish. And also, I want children. Obviously, right now, it's not the greatest time to. Also, I don't have a husband yet, so. um, but I think those two things are definitely things that I'm scared of, is not being able to have children and not being able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in this life. And I think those are the two things. Okay. Now on to the questions that I asked people on my Instagram, and I will link my Instagram in the description, and I will also put it somewhere over there. Okay, so question number 1. What are your biggest challenges living in a car? How have you been liberated? Biggest challenges living in the car is the space. I love clothes. I love food. I love shoes. I love decoration. And living in a car, they say that, it's a good time to like learn how to live with minimal. I can't. I can't. And that's why I am looking for something bigger, because I'm sure once I get a bigger vehicle, the things that I have in my car aren't gonna seem so much. You know what I mean? Like, I can just imagine myself putting my things in my van and being like, oh, I don't have anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any pots and pans and, like, I don't know, jumper cables, just extra things. It's mainly just like food, clothes, blankets, shoes, and makeup. That's pretty much it. Those are basically it. And then also, like, I have my books and I have my journals and, um, those different miscellaneous items. But that's the biggest challenge. It's just like the amount of space that I have. I just can't wait to like walk into like my little alleyway in my van where like there's covered space, and then you go and my bed's right there and it's all made, and it's nice and clean, and maybe I have a shower in there and a toilet in there. That's another thing. Going to the bathroom is a big challenge. We're not even going to get into that, but just know, if you ever want to live in your car, you got to learn some things. And I'm very grateful. I'm grateful that these challenges have like shown me that, okay, girl, some people don't live in a house. Some people don't have a bathroom. Some people can't shower. Some people can't, like, they don't really have blankets and pillows and a nice bed to sleep in. Yeah, it didn't teach me that, but it made me understand a little bit more of like, that kind of lifestyle, if that makes sense. There we go. Okay. And how have I been liberated? Just being able to be myself everywhere that I go, being able to just live my life the way that I want to has allowed me to be liberated. Um, I feel like living in such a sheltered state and environment and religion, it is so nice to just be able to talk about what you want, feel what you want, wear what you want, go wherever you want. Like when I was in Utah, I wasn't allowed to go to the city. I live 30 minutes away from there, and my parents were like, "Oh, it's such a long trek." Da, da. It was only 30 minutes, bro. Barely 30 minutes, like 20. And like being able to have my own transportation as well. And also the space where I live, the space where everything's there, you know? And I think that's how I've been feeling liberated and mm, just doing whatever I want, feeling whatever I want, eating whatever I want, dressing however. That is definitely how I have been liberated. I think I'm gonna take a quick break. I kind of just wanna explore over here and then we can come back to these questions. I have 6. So I am gonna go explore really quick, eat some food, and then we'll come back. Okay? And we are back. So let's continue the questions. Question number 2. What do you do daily to keep the beautiful energy you have through this wild world? Well, first of all, I spend a lot of time in nature. I spend most of my time near water. Um, I create and honestly just be myself. But nature is definitely something that allows me to keep my energy the way that it is. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to do that, but then I just go hang out by some water and nature and with the birds, the bees, the trees, and I feel better. Or sometimes I'll take a nap and just rest because rest lately is something that I have been embracing. It's been something that has helped me so much with my creativity, with being able to maintain friendships and relationships. Is just resting. Number 3, what is my biggest passion in life? Is music. Music is my biggest passion in life. If you've met me before, I can talk about music non-stop. It is such a universal tool that we all use collectively, and we all interpret it so differently, and also it is a tool that brings people together. No matter what your beliefs are, no matter what where you are in life, it'll bring you together. It can also take you away, you know? It can also put you in some crazy thoughts and spaces. You can travel when you listen to music. Like, it's just so universal, and music is literally everywhere. I'm listening to music right now. The river's flowing, the trees, the birds. Not that though. If you heard that, that was a firework. I don't. I wanted to go on the beach, but I was like, I think there are people throwing cannons. And also, why are you throwing off cannons right now? It's still light outside. Anyways, music. Music is my biggest passion. Number 3, what practices and rituals do I use as a person with highly sensitive energy? I guess same, resting. I don't really have rituals. I honestly just do what comes intuitively to me, which is mostly resting and creating. talking to a friend, um, being in nature, just simple things. There are a lot of mosquitoes. Also, the sun is going down, so, and I'm by water, so there's mosquitoes there. Um, yeah, the last few years have noticed that I am very, very sensitive. And those things, resting, taking time to myself, being in nature, sitting quietly, meditating, um, listening to music. I don't know if I said that already, but those are some things that has helped me a lot to not absorb so much, you know, um, and they have helped me to be more present. Feet are probably gross. Oh, not too bad. I was hanging out in the dirt. Okay, number 5. What do you love about yourself that you feel the world could benefit from? Mm, I I think okay, I have 2 or 3 things. So, number 1, I think the world okay, number 1, first of all, I love my mind and my creativity and how I can just look at something and make something creative out of it. Trees, I do that with trees a lot. They don't present themselves to me as trees. They present themselves as everything else except for trees, except for what the average person would see a tree as. You know what I mean? They present themselves to me in such a profound way. It almost sounds very out there when I describe what I see in a tree because most people would be like, it's just a tree. So I'm just going to quickly go through this last question. What is one phrase, meditation, book that helps you recalibrate your self care or mindset on rough days? One that has really, really changed my life is the saying in Vienna by Billy Joel is Vienna waits for you. And I have been mind blown by that song, by the way. And this is like maybe the second time in my life I've heard it, but I wasn't really like paying attention. But that song, Vienna, oh my gosh, so good. And the whole Vienna waits for you, that message in itself, in a 2 to 3 minute song, Vienna waits for you, is such a profound message because it's true. Anything that we want in life, it is here. We're not waiting for it to catch up to us. It's waiting for us to catch up to it. It's waiting for us to align. So that concept of Vienna is waiting. It can be anything that you want. It could be whatever you want in this world, that spot that you want to go to. It could be Vienna itself. It could be that person, your husband, your wife. Um it could be it could be a body that you want. It could be a pet. It could be anything that you want. It is waiting for you. It You are not waiting for it. It is waiting for you. And I think that is such a beautiful message. That song in itself, such a good song. I love that song. But I think I am gonna wrap it up here since my phone is about to die and my storage is acting a little funky. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Embracing Not Erasing. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.